A very good morning and a warm welcome to all faculties and guests who made the time and effort to grace this occasion.
With great joy and immense exultation, we extend a warm welcome to each of you present here to the continuous Jubilee celebration of St. Thomas Girls High School, Aldona.
I am Joella Miranda.
And I'm Aldona. It is our privilege to be co-hosting today's function.
Arnold, I must say this occasion has begun on a very auspicious note with the celebration of the Holy Eucharist. We see God's hand in every moment that has passed and led to the 75 years.
Yes, I agree. We must also be grateful to the Almighty for blessing us with this privilege to witness this momentous occasion in the history of this school. There are a million reasons to be grateful for and celebrate today.
Yes, Arnold. So let us rejoice and bask in the majestic journey of St. Thomas Girls High School as we celebrate the 75th year since its establishment in 1948.
In addition, it is a delight to have such eminent personalities to grace this occasion and walk the floors of our school. On this wonderful day, our hearts are bursting with joy just at the thought of it.
Oh yes, a special gathering as such calls for a formal welcome by a special person. To do the honors, I invite our headmistress, Sister Rosarina Crasto.
When you start each day with a grateful heart, light illuminates from within. A blessed day to each one of you gathered here. I extend my hearty welcome to our chief guest of the day, our Provincial Superior, Sister Maria Christie, guest of honor, Your Eminence, Philippe Neri Cardinal Ferrao, our MLA, Advocate Carlos Alvarez, Parish Priest, Father Thomas Lobo, Assistant Parish Priest, Father Michael, Chaplain, Father Kaitan, our Sarpanch Ashwin, all the priests, sisters, and ex-students, ex-teachers, and all the esteemed guests. I am filled with gratitude to God for His marvelous ways as we celebrate the Platinum Jubilee of our school. We are indeed glad and rejoice for the merciful love endowed upon us. Jesus, our Good Shepherd, is our guiding force and strength. We thank God for all the people who have intervened to execute the plan of God for our staff and students. We express our gratitude to our visionary, late Mr. Edward Suarez, who was instrumental in sowing the seed of education in Aldona. Our foundress, Mother Veronica, said yes to the will of God and always remained faithful with His grace. So we, the Sisters of the Apostolic Carmel, are here with our yes to follow Jesus. Our pioneering sisters worked in harmony with the village environment. We continue the same and excel through education and other acts of mercy. I sincerely appreciate all who have helped us in big and small ways. At times, we do not understand God's ways, but when we trust and go ahead, He guides and brings His plan to perfection. Let us continue to work in the vineyard of our Lord, to be His fitting instruments with His grace and mercy. I ask God's immense blessing on you, Your Eminence, Philippe Neri Cardinal Ferrao, for obliging to celebrate the Eucharist and to bless us. Sincere thanks to our Provincial for being present for the Eucharistic celebration and the function. I extend my gratitude to all for being present here, especially our provincial councillors, Sister Marie Suprita, the Education Councillor, Provincial Secretary, Sister Sushma,
Check.
Ida. We are privileged to have you for this celebration. My sincere gratitude to all the heads of the different institutions for your support and love shown by being part of the celebration. My heartfelt thanks to all our ex-teachers for their dedicated contribution towards our institution. Our staff has taken minute interest and have done their utmost to bring out the best in our students. I pray that God blesses them and their families. I especially remember our ex-teacher, Teacher Marcia, who's sick. May God extend His healing touch on her. She has great faith in God. Today we really miss her. The fruit borne by the institution is all the dedication and hard work of our staff along with the management. I'm blessed to have a good and supportive PTA members. God bless the past and the present PTA members. We, the Sisters of the Apostolic Carmel, extend gratitude to the villages of the Aldona for their openness in receiving and accepting us and giving us the opportunity to serve you in the name of Christ. May we work as a community, living our gospel values. The motto of our school is others, living not for self, but for others. Students have taken a lot of time to put in this program. God bless you, children, and your parents. My profound gratitude to my community, Superior Sister Sienna, Sister Vandana, Sister Antonella, Sister Dolorosa, who's no more with us, but in spirit she is with us, Sister Sharon, for all the help and love that I receive. May God continue to be with us so that we spread His goodness. I pray that God be our strength and our joy in all our undertakings. Be blessed. Dev Barai Koru.
Thank you very much, dear sister. As Henry Ward Beecher, a social reformer, once stated, "Children are the hands by which we take hold of heaven." Well, a glimpse of heaven is what we are about to behold.
You are now going to witness an enthralling rendition of a song sung by our little angelic kindergartners.
Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. With great joy in our hearts, we thank our God for His immense blessings on our school. Dedicated apostolic sisters who took up the responsibility in the field of education, especially to educate the girl child. We, the students of the pre-primary section, welcome you to join us now. Embrace your voice. Together, let us celebrate. Let
Wow, well performed, little angels. Isn't their very presence a joyful sight?
Absolutely. The lyrics of this beautiful song have been written by Mrs. Ruth D'Souza and the music has been composed by Mr. Irvin D'Souza, both parents of our students.
As it is said, to be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. On behalf of the management, the headmistress, and staff of St. Thomas Girls High School, I feel privileged and honored to introduce our inspiring chief guests of the day. Courageous, humble, compassionate, calm, respectful, creative, an eager learner, a giver, and a visionary. These words very aptly describe the chief guest of the day, who is none other than the Provincial Superior of the Apostolic Carmel Congregation of the Western Province, Sister Maria Christi. Sister has put in 32 years of service at various institutions of the Apostolic Carmel Congregation. The well-being of her staff, students, especially the underprivileged, and the community at large, has always been Sister's priority. She motivates everyone to become a better version of themselves and to give in their best. Sister has fulfilled many roles such as an able administrator, an effective teacher, an inspiring leader, and a non-judgmental listener with a deep insight into the challenges of life. She effortlessly counsels her staff and students as they struggle to face hardships. Sister Maria Christi carries forward her mission with honesty, integrity, and loyalty to the Almighty, and with utmost fidelity to the principles of the Apostolic Carmel Congregation. Sharing a deep connection with everyone and everything in the universe, Sister Maria Christi truly practices what our foundress, Venerable Mother Veronica, put forth, and that is, God alone suffices. As the Provincial Superior of the Western Province, together with her team, she is striving towards making her sisters good human beings through her caring and understanding ways. Sister, it is indeed an honorable moment for our school to have your prestigious presence amongst us today. May you continue inspiring all those whom you encounter in your journey of your life. Thank you once again for being amidst us today.
आगो रोमाल्दीन बाय कशी आसा गो तू एपान मेवळा गो तू सगळी कशी आसा आमी सगळी बरी आसा तुमी घट आसा न्हय वय आमी खूब तेंपान मेवला रोमाल्दीन तुका उगडास आसा आमी जेन्ना ल्हान आशिल्ली तेन्ना कितली मजा करताली न्हय वय नाचताली खेळताली रानान वचून कांटा चुन्ना जांबळां काडून खाताली आनी खूब फकानां बी करताली आतांची भुरगीं एक कांटा चुन्ना म्हणजे कितें तें कांयच नकळो ह्यो आनी कसलो आवाज ती पळय गो तांबड्यो साडयो घालून बायल्यो दिसता तुका हय मुगो तुमकां खबर आसा गोंयचा इतिहास पळयल्यार गोंयांत पुर्वजांच्या वेळा पासून आमकां आदिवासी लोक पळोवपाक मेळटा आदिवासी लोक म्हणल्यार कोण ते तुका खबर आसा आदिवासी लोक म्हणल्यार गावडे, धनगर, वेळीप आनी कुणबी. कुण म्हणल्यार लोक आनी बी म्हणल्यार बियो.
हय हय, कुणबी नाच हो एक कुणबी आदिवासी लोकांचो लोकनृत्य जावन आसा.
आनी हे लोक आमकां साश्टीच्या तालुक्यात पळोवंक मेळटा.
जाणा रोमालीन, कुणबी नाच हो एक सादो नाच, पूण लोकांच्या मनाक भुरळ घालपी खाशेलपण तातूंत आसा.
होय, आनी शाली, हो नाच आमकां चडसो वेगवेगळ्या परबेक वा लोक उत्सवाक पळोवंक मेळटा.
तर आतां पळोवया कुणबी नाच.
राव राव, हांवूय तुजे बरोबर येता. कित्याक आयज सेंट थॉमस शाळा आपलो 75 वर्सां मनयतात. म्हण ह्या शाळेची प्राथमीक भुरगीं गोंयाच्या वेगवेगळ्या वेवसायांचें प्रदर्शन करतात.
चल तर या आतां आमी.
यो.
That was very entertaining and graceful. Thank you, students.
It is such a great privilege to have with us the guest of honor, His Eminence Philip Neri Cardinal Ferrao. And it would not be fair if we do not mark this momentous occasion with a fit felicitation to His Eminence for being raised to the status of a cardinal.
To begin with, I call upon Sister Sharon Rodriguez to introduce the guest of honor, His Eminence Philip Neri Cardinal Ferrao, to this gathering.
A joyous morning to all of you gathered here.
The words from the book of Prophet Jeremiah, I consecrated you and appointed you a prophet to the nations, came alive when the front page headlines on the Times of India and other Goan dailies flashed. After 465 years, the Archdiocese of Goa gets its first cardinal. which made the heart of every Goan swell with pride and joy. Well, His Eminence Philip Neri Ferrao is the son of a beautiful village of Aldona and known to most people gathered here. He is a polyglot, fluent in Konkani, Portuguese, French, Italian, German languages. Among the many qualities that His Eminence possesses is his humility and charming simplicity. His Eminence Philip Neri Ferrao's reputation is legendary. He has an inherent ability to build, foster, and maintain connections. All who know him and have worked with the Cardinal will agree that he is a highly intelligent person, a true pastor with deep sense of humanity and immense wisdom. His talks, homilies, always begin with relevant stories which carry powerful messages. His sense of humor is amazing. Recently, His Eminence was re-elected President of the Conference of Catholic Bishops of the country's Latin Rites of Bishops on 11th November at St. John's National Institute of Health Sciences, Bengaluru. Our heartiest congratulations, dear Cardinal. Let us give him a thunderous applause. Today, we are elated to have His Eminence as guest of honor among us as we celebrate the Platinum Jubilee of our St. Thomas Girls High School, a great honor indeed. Your Eminence, let me end by assuring you of our prayerful support.
This occasion would be incomplete if we do not hear the eloquent guest of honor, His Eminence Philip Neri Cardinal Ferrao. I now humbly request His Eminence to kindly address the gathering.
My dear friends, the AC sisters and the staff of St. Thomas Girls High School rightly began this cultural program with the items by the primary students. I was happily surprised that there were 16 young ones with the habits of the religious sisters. I raised a prayer that out of 16, at least 8 might join the ACs. Since we began with the little ones, they are our future, I thought of sharing something humorous connected with primary students. It seems a student of the second standard thought of asking the little ones, my dear children, what is more useful, the sun or the moon? And one little one got up and said, Miss, the moon. And the teacher asked, why? Why moon? And the child said, the sun rises during the day when there is already light. The moon rises in the night, in the darkness of the night. So the moon is more useful because the sun rises after it's already bright. There was another primary student whose father had a grocery shop. So one day, the school got over a little early, so this little boy went to the shop, and in the shop, he saw a small notice, butter out of stock, butter out of stock. So the little fellow asked his daddy, the owner of the shop, Daddy, what does out of stock mean? And his father told him, son, out of stock means it's not available. Butter is not available. That is out of stock. So he kept it in his mind. On another school holiday, he went to see his father in the grocery shop. And the father told the son, look, I have some important work. You take a seat here. You take a seat here. So a friend of his father came. He looked at him and he said, where is your dad? He says, my dad is out of stock. Sister Maria Christi, the provincial of the AC Sisters, Western Province, Mr. Carlos Alvarez Ferreira, our vibrant MLA of our constituency, Mr. Ashwin D'Souza, our Sarpanch of Aldona, Sister Suprita, the Education Councillor of the Western Province, Sister Sushma, the Provincial Secretary, Sister Aida, the Provincial Treasurer, the Headmistress, Father Thomas Lobo, the Parish Priest of Aldona, Sister Rosarina, the Headmistress, Father Michael, the Assistant, all the fathers, sisters, staff members, parents of students, friends and well-wishers of St. Thomas Girls High School, Aldona. If I joyfully go for any jubilee, coming to Aldona and to this school is always a moment of great joy for me, not only because I am son of this village of Aldona, but also because many closely connected to me studied in this school, have been part of this journey. My own sister, my niece studied here. One of my cousins' sister, AC, was here during this journey. So I rejoice. I rejoice not only with the AC sisters, the staff members, all those connected with this school and with this journey of 75 years. And I thank God for so much good that has come through this school, not only to Aldona village, but to neighboring villages. So many young ones who have passed out of the school and are doing so well, not only in Goa, in India, but all over the world. A few days ago, somebody came from here, I won't mention the name. The person is in America, but former student of St. Thomas Girls High School. And therefore, this Jubilee is a privileged moment for all of us to rejoice, to thank God, to remember gratefully. We were reminded about the sisters who were headmistresses, who were in the school formerly. We have one former headmistress in the person of Sister Maria Julia. We remember gratefully all those who have been part of this journey, all those who have made this journey so enriching, so meaningful to the young ones from Aldona and neighboring villages. A look at the past, grateful, joyful look. But we also look at the future. A jubilee is a privileged moment for all of us to recommit ourselves to the cause, the jubilee of which we celebrate, the cause of education. In 1994, there was a UNESCO conference to discuss about education in the 21st century. We are in the 21st century. And in that UNESCO conference on education, they referred to 4 pillars of education, which are so important. And therefore, 4 types of learning that the young ones in our institutions of education, at whatever level it may be, must pick up, must acquire during their journey of education. And these 4 learnings are the following. If they are to be acquired by students, all of us play a role. Not only the staff, teachers, the teaching staff, non-teaching staff, PTA, the parents, the villagers, all have to work together if our young ones are to acquire these 4 learnings, 4 pillars of education, which are so important, especially in this century and in the present set up socio-political situation of our country. The first learning, we all know, it is the learning to know, the ability and the eagerness to grow on in knowledge, the ability to learn, not only to mug up, but the ability to go on learning, to go on reflecting, to go on analyzing, to go on assessing, the ability to go on learning, ability to know. But that's not enough. The second ability, the second learning which our young students must acquire for life is learning to do. They must acquire skills, develop their talents, attain emotional maturity, bloom to the full, be able to be creative in life, able to have effective expression, to communicate their thoughts, learning to do. But that's not enough. The third pillar, the third learning, which is important, is learning to be. It's not enough to know. It's not enough to develop all of one's talents. But learning to be would mean that we imbibe values, human, social, moral, spiritual values. Be able to have self-discipline, capacity for self-evaluation. Sometimes we can evaluate the whole world, but I fail to evaluate myself. Learning to be. And the fourth learning, which is very important for us in our country, is learning to live with each other. I may know a lot, I may have a lot of talents, I may even have a lot of values, but if I can't live with others, and especially in our country, being able to love and respect every person in all one's legitimate differences, linguistic, cultural, religious, ethnic differences, be able to live, be able to appreciate one another, be able to appreciate our country with its rich heritage, customs, languages, song, dance, which are reflected in our constitution. We are called to live with one another, respecting the differences, celebrating, not just tolerating, but celebrating differences. That's the ethos of our country. And if these four objectives, learning to know, learning to do, learning to be, and learning to live with each other as brothers and sisters, respectful of differences, the teachers have a very special role. That conference, UNESCO conference, had this to say: the teachers have a unique and irreplaceable role to play in shaping the lives of the students, in helping them become accountable, empowered, and caring human beings. My dear friends, Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Prize laureate, had this to say, I'm quoting, "One book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world." One pen, one book, one child, and one teacher can indeed change the world. And that's the importance of our schools. And that's what St. Thomas Girls High School has done for the last 75 years. All of us know Bill Gates, the man of technology. And speaking about the use of technology in education, he said, technology is just a tool in terms of getting the kids, the children, working together and motivating them. The teacher is most important. Technology cannot replace the teacher. The teacher is the most important. Technology is there to transform education, not to replace educators. It is the role of teachers to use technology fruitfully to transform the lives of students and to enhance teaching outcomes. My dear friends, teachers, members of the PTA, one of the former pupils of a school had this to say, speaking about the teacher in his life. He said, meeting that teacher made all the difference in my life. I am socially more conscious, professionally more competent, and personally more committed. I picked up much of this from my school. I am socially more conscious, professionally more competent, and personally more committed. I take this opportunity to express my deep appreciation to the Apostolic Carmel sisters, to all the teachers, past and present, to the members of the PTA, to the present staff, teaching, non-teaching staff, and to all the students, my profound joy at the celebration of this Platinum Jubilee. May, during the next 25 years, as we reach the milestone of the centenary of this school, for which I may not be there, I wish all of you all the best in the next 25 years. May the flag of St. Thomas Girls High School fly ever higher. Thank you. God bless you.
I thank Your Eminence, Philip Neri, Cardinal Ferrand, for sharing your thoughts with us. We are enriched with your words of wisdom. It is always such a pleasure listening to you. I have been told that it isn't blood,
but music that runs in the veins of most Aldona cars. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. It is evident from the fact that many of our students are becoming young musicians. I have a feeling that most of you gathered here will definitely enjoy this musical instrument played by the students. I wish you all a happy listening. What a wonderful display of talent. Thank you, dear students. I must mention the young musicians to this gathering. The violinists are Cleopatra, Esther, and Nelsia. The guitarists are Olivia and Alishka. The saxophone played by Maria Lina. At the keyboard we have Tanya, Klein, and Dacia. We cannot forget the efforts of our two teachers who have trained the students, Mrs. Perpetua Pinto and Miss Victoria De Souza. Please do give them a round of applause in appreciation for showcasing their talent.
Wishing each one of you a wonderful day. I'm sure you must be tired of hearing, but it's a duty that I need to do, and if I don't do, then it's not complete. Give thanks to the Lord for He is good. His love endures forever. His Eminence Philip Neri Cardinal Ferrao, Advocate Carlos Alvarez Ferreira, Emily of Aldona, Father Thomas Lobo, the parish priest of Aldona. We have Mr. Ashwini D'Souza, the Sarpanch. My team members, Sister Shushma, Suprita, and Ida. My dear sisters, the teachers, the parents, the ex-students, and all the well-wishers and benefactors. This is the moment which will go down in history as a milestone to cherish and remember. And each one of us here are privileged to be a part of such an auspicious day. The word Aldona means Vollen Dene, meaning a big gift. Yes, Aldona is indeed a big gift from the Almighty under the patronage of Saint Thomas. The people of Aldona and every person involved with St. Thomas Girls High School has every reason to celebrate this great occasion. The institution has brought light and life to the village. It is time to look back with gratitude to the Lord and look ahead with enthusiasm, trust and assurance. It becomes an occasion to rededicate ourselves to the noble values cherished by our beloved Countess, Mother Veronica. We recall with gratitude all those who have been instrumental in starting the school and those who have worked with Jess to make the school what it is today. All our previous managers, principals, teachers, the non-teaching staff members, alumni, well-wishers and benefactors. As I look back over the 75 glorious years of St. Thomas Girls' School, my heart fills with joy, with love, with admiration and pride. For the fertile soil which the school provides to the young ones who enter its portals for the first time in the kindergarten, to live as confident citizens at the end of the school career. We believe in giving our students strong values along with a set of wings which may carry them far and wide. We endeavor to map academic excellence with a good human value system which in a myriad way is ingrained in the culture of the school. May we all realize our responsibility of building a better world, where all can live together in peace and harmony among themselves and with the environment. I wish God's abundant blessings on all those associated with the school to carry forward this mission of love, especially the manager, Sister Sienna, the principal, Sister Rosarina, the sisters of the community, Sisters Sharon, Vandana, and Antonella, the staff members, the students, the parents, the benefactors, and the well-wishers. May your day begin with a gentle ray of hope, be filled with moments of love, and end with a soft note of peace. I would like to conclude with a quote from Tagore. The highest education is that which does not merely give us information, but makes our life in harmony with all existence. Thank you very much, and God bless each one of you.
Thank you, Reverend Sister, for sharing your thoughts and enlightening us with your stimulating words of wisdom.
I quote Mahatma Gandhi, "A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. No Goan occasion is complete without a Goan Mando. The Konkani Mando is unique to the culture of Goa."
The nightingales of our school bring to you a Konkani Mando that expresses gratitude to the Lord for the 75 glorious years and is an ode to all the people, bygone and present, for their great efforts and sacrifice made in raising the school to the heights that it has scaled today.
सोडूया, शांती संवाद समाज बांधून आम्ही हाडूया, शांततेने ग्रेसने देऊन मुखार सोडूया, शांती संवाद समाज बांधून आम्ही हाडूया, शिकपाचो बरो उपयोग सोडूया, एकामेकांक आदार दिवन वयर आमी काडूया, शिकपाचो बरो उपयोग करून सांगात सोडूया, एकामेकांक आदार दिवन वयर आमी काडूया. एक दोन तीन वाजली रे कापी, सगळीं आमी जिवया मोगान आनी शांती. एक दोन तीन वाजली रे कापी, सगळीं आमी जिवया मोगान आनी शांती. सगळीं आमी देवाची भुरगीं करतल्या मोती, संवसार सोबीत सुंदर करून आसा आमच्या हाती. सगळीं आमी देवाची भुरगीं करतल्या मोती, संवसार सोबीत सुंदर करून आसा आमच्या हाती. संवसार सोबीत सुंदर करून आसा आमच्या हाती.
Thank you, girls. We enjoyed every moment of that performance. This mando has been composed by our very own teacher, Mrs. Maria de Cruz, and music has been written by a parent of a student, Mr. Irving D'Souza.
With great pleasure, I take this opportunity to invite all of you for the school art exhibition that will be held on the 17th and 19th of December right here in our school. As the old saying goes, all good things must come to an end. Well, this wonderful event must now conclude.
I invite my colleague, Mrs. Melba Vaz, to propose the vote of thanks to these esteemed gathering.
Thank you is such a prayer. It cannot be seen or touched. It can be felt by heart. Saying, God has two dwellings, one in heaven and the other in a thankful heart. Just a thank you is a mighty, powerful prayer. First of all, we must thank the Almighty God for His plan in bringing us all together to celebrate today's auspicious day. I express our sincere thanks to our chief guest, our provincial superior, Reverend Sister Maria Christie, for accepting and for gracing this occasion. We are extremely grateful to you, Sister, for your presence and your insightful address. There is an eminent personality amidst us who deserves our gratitude in abundance. On behalf of this institution, I extend my most sincere thanks to our guest of honor, His Eminence Philip Neri, Cardinal Ferrand, for his presence, which is filled with grace and blessings. Your presence has immensely enhanced the importance of today's function with the powerful and thought-provoking homily and enlightening address. We are deeply grateful to our special guest, Advocate Carlos Alvarez Ferreira. We express our profound thanks to him for his availability and gracious ways. Our sincere thanks to our parish priest, Father Thomas Lobo, Assistant Parish Priest, Father Michael Fernandez, and all the other sisters and the priest who are present here with lots of love and support. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries, provincial councillors, heads of the institutions who have made it convenient to attend the 75th Platinum Jubilee celebration and who have blessed us with their presence. I appreciate the presence of the ex-students who are outstanding in their excellent accomplishments, and we thank them for their generous contribution. The school was well lit and looked very beautiful for the occasion. I thank for the lights. I would like to thank our manager, Sister Sienna, and our headmistress, Sister Rosarina, for their constant help, support, and guidance to shape this institution, to ensure that we do the right thing in the right way, to radiate a source of energy within us. I am very thankful to our ex-teachers, current and former faculty colleagues, and non-teaching staff members who always stand by us and motivate us. I feel proud and thank you for making this event a successful one. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months in advance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated students, committees, and volunteers. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of task. If time is money, then today you have spent millions for us. Thanks to all of you for making this event successful. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful day. God bless you all.
Thank you, teacher. This isn't a mere conclusion, but the beginning of a new journey as we walk towards the rest of the life of St. Thomas Girls' High School. Through new seasons, new generations, new memories.
Do keep us in your prayers so that we may work together in empowering, raising, and nurturing the future women of India. Thank you for joining us. We wish you a wonderful season of Advent and all things delightful.